Last week, I met with a client who has plans to open a spa in her LA neighborhood. And she told me that she was confident that it would work because she had asked her friends and family if they would like a spa in their neighborhood. And all of them had said yes. And for her, that was all the evidence that she needed. And while difficult, it's my job as a business coach to make people think about the hard truth. I asked her, "Are you surprised that everyone said they'd like to go to a spa in their neighborhood?" Because I'm not surprised at all. The idea of a spa always sounds nice. But thinking that something sounds nice and actually spending money for it are two entirely different things. Plus, the people you interviewed, they care about you, so they wanted to be supportive. Unfortunately, encouragement from friends and family isn't evidence that your business idea is going to work out. Now, I did feel a little guilty seeing her face drop as she realized her mistake. But I also knew that I'd saved her from moving ahead with a very expensive business model without evidence that it would work. But luckily, I'd recently read The Mom Test by Rob Fitzpatrick, and I had lots of advice to give her on effective market research. If you're a small business owner or considering becoming one, The Mom Test by Rob Fitzpatrick is a must-read. So here are my top 5 takeaways from this powerful little book. Tip number 1, don't discuss your business idea. So unfortunately, the common wisdom that you should ask people if they like your business idea, it isn't wise at all. When you explain your business idea to someone, odds are high that they will say they like it. Most people want to make you feel good and they don't want to step on your dreams. And even if you delve further with the interview, once you've told someone your business concept, they will focus their feedback on supporting your business idea, even if what you're selling isn't all that important to them. And while their desire to be supportive, it comes from a good place. Getting inaccurate feedback on the viability of your business idea, that can be disastrous for an entrepreneur. You don't want false positives that will lead you to launch a new business or a new product that no one's willing to pay for. The goal of market research is accurate information, not the warm, fuzzy feeling you get from people saying that your idea is great. Tip number 2, discover the problems your potential customers are facing. Market research isn't about convincing someone that they should buy your product or service. That's sales, and that comes later on. Your goal for market research should be to find out if people have the problem that your business will be addressing, and if that problem is so problematic that they'd be willing to spend money to solve it. The questions that you should ask should be exploratory and drive the interviewee to share about their experiences. For example, if you were planning to open a plant shop in your neighborhood, you might ask the interviewee where they currently buy their plants and what they like and what they don't like about the experience. If your assumption is that people will pay more for plants if they can get expert care recommendations at checkout, but no one you interview talks about needing expert care recommendations, unfortunately, your assumption is probably wrong. And you have to resist the urge to nudge people toward the problem you're solving. Don't say, "But wouldn't it be nice if someone explained how to care for the plant when you bought it?" The person is probably going to agree with you and say, "Yeah, that would be nice." But if they didn't identify a need for expert care advice when they were explaining their plant buying experience, odds are small that they care enough to pay extra to get it. Tip number 3, avoid fishing for compliments. If the person you interview compliments you during the interview, then you've done a bad job of keeping the interview focused on them. Compliments happen when you describe your business idea or tell the interviewee how you're going to solve their problem. As great as it will feel to hear, "I love that," or "that would be great to have," remember that people are predisposed to be supportive. So think when you hear a compliment, "I've made a mistake." In your interview notes, write down what triggered the compliment and mark it for review. Then after the interview, Reflect on where you went wrong so you can avoid fishing for affirmations in your next interview. Tip number 4, don't ask how much someone would pay. If you ask, would you pay X dollars for this product? And they say yes, you don't have proof they'll actually buy your product. First of all, they want to make you happy, and it costs them nothing to say yes. Saying yes isn't an actual obligation to buy. But more importantly, people are overly optimistic about what they'll do in the future. What seems like a good idea now may not seem like such a good idea when they actually have to turn over their money. Instead of asking how much someone will pay for your product, you should find how much effort they expend or how much money they currently spend trying to solve the problem that your business addresses. If they don't currently spend time or money to try and solve that problem, it's probably not something they care very much about, and they aren't likely to buy from you in the future. Tip number 5, always be prepared for market research interviews. You never know when you might meet someone who would be a great interviewee. Whether you're at a conference, a dinner party, or playing pickleball, you might bump into someone who could give you great feedback. So to be prepared for that moment, you should have 3 key questions locked and ready to go. Interviews don't need to be formal, and they don't have to take long. And you might be thinking that it's rude to do market research at a dinner party, but if you avoid talking about your business and focus on asking them about their experiences, the interviewee may not even realize that you're doing market research. You'll just appear to be interested in them, and that makes you a great dinner guest. My small business book review for The Mom Test. So The Mom Test by Rob Fitzpatrick is a great little book. And at just 102 pages, it's definitely worth the read. It is so important that entrepreneurs and future entrepreneurs understand that compliments about your business idea are not evidence that your business will be a success. Fitzpatrick gives clear, straightforward advice on how to conduct your market research, but he doesn't stop there. He also gives advice on how to follow up with interviewees for sales discussions once you've launched your product or business. So I give The Mom Test a 4 out of 5 stars. It's a very functional book and a great starter for any small business owner who's beginning their market research journey. Hey, small business owners, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe below. And if you'd like to join the discussion, visit us at Climb the Small Business Book Club. The link is in the description, and we'd love to meet you.